Now we're going to patient shortcut intake and output. So I'm gonna click on this arrow down, and there's 4 applications that's gonna come up: intake and output report, INO display, hourly INO. Let's go to intake and output first. This is where we put in the amount of patient's intake and output. So this is the first screen, and it's defaulted to now when it says enter date and time. So let's say that the patient drank 120 cc of juice now, or let's say for breakfast he drank 120 cc. We can change the time, or you can leave it as is as now. Let's say it's at 8 o'clock, for example. I'm gonna put 8 o'clock there, hit OK. This is where we put in all the intake and output from 1 to 8. Oral to lipids are the intake, and the one in the bottom from EBL down to tap/aspirate is the output. So let's say we're putting in 120 cc of juice, so let's go to oral. Let me click on this field, and then it's defaulted to D, which is document oral intake. So just hit on D. I'm gonna put 120 cc, hit OK, and it's asking me what type. It's juice, so I'll click on juice. I'll hit OK. Select field to edit. It's allowing me to review if the informations I put in are correct. 120 cc juice, and that's fine. It's okay. From here, whatever you put in, it goes to a box like this, because it's allowing you, if there's another oral intake, let's say at the same time the patient drank 200 cc of water. So I'm going to document another oral intake for the amount of 200. I'm going to OK, choose water. I'm going to OK it. Select field to edit. Informations are correct. I'm going to OK it again. And then there it goes, 120 cc of juice, 200 cc of water. Hit OK. And then from here, it's recorded under oral. All we have to do is just OK and accept it to file. Now let's say we're putting in patient's output. I'm going to go back to intake and output. Patient voided, let's say 200 cc at this time. Hit OK. I'm going to go to urine output over here, number 12. I'll click on this. And then it says select field to edit, which is patient's voiding. So I'm going to click on this one. And then enter the amount of urine. I'm going to enter 200 cc. Now let's say you didn't measure it. There's going to be a legend here. You can click on any of this, if it's small, moderate, large, or BRB. And then or you can put the right amount like what I did, and then hit OK. Characteristic over here, select urine characteristic options, or enter free text. You can choose as many. Patient is continent, yellow, clear, urine. I'm going to hit OK. Select field to edit again. It's allowing you to review each time of the information you put in, if they're correct, and that's fine. Then hit OK. I'm gonna, from here, it's this is where when you see this box, it says here choose option. It's asking you, allowing you to document another voided amount if in case there's another information that you're gonna put in. But if that's it for this time, you just hit OK. OK again. And then hit OK again. And then from here, under the urine output, you put in, it says data entered. So meaning inside it, there's a data entered. And then all you have to do is just OK it and hit accept to file. Now let's move on to the second application, which is the intake and output report. Over here, this is the first screen that you're going to see. From here, you just accept it, and then it will show you a table of the intake and output of the patient for the day, or for your shift, 7 to 6:59. And there it says what's good in here. It really says what type of intake is it, juice, water, and then it totals for us. That's a total intake for the shift. and output 700, and then it shows us also the balance. So for this one is positive 260. Let me X out from here so we can go to the third application, which is the INO display. So basically it's just the same as the table that I showed earlier, but this time it's like in a column form. So this is also by shift, March 26, 7 to 6:59, 7 to 7p to 6:59a, and this is the following day. If we want it to display by hourly, we just hit hour and select INO column. This is the columns 1, 2, and 3. So you just choose number 3 and you OK it, and there it shows the hourly intake and output of the patient. Now let's go to the fourth one, which is the hourly INO, which is basically the same as the previous application, but this one just shows right away the hourly INOs of the patient, and from here as well you can change it by day. So you just hit display day, and then it goes by day March 25th, 26th, and 27th. Okay, so let me cancel from here. So just to recap, so that's the intake and output. The first application is where we put in the value, the amount of the intake and output of the patient. Intake and output report is the summary of the intake and output, and it's showing in a table form. And the INO and display and hourly INO is about the same, which shows the summary of the INO in a column form by day or by hourly, or by hour.